going and give me the reason to get out of bed in the morning. When his teammates woke up, the messages started pouring in.
He thinks that, he needs us more than we need him. He's probably got it backwards because we'd probably be lost without him.
Sam Evans, a teammate's wife, then posted it on TikTok, getting millions of views.
To have men speak to other men this way, and an 80-year-old man at that, is just amazing.
Proving that in the game of life, playing with kindness always wins.
Nobody can buy what I've got.
Camila Bernal, NBC News.
That's Nightly News for this Tuesday. I'm Tom Llamas. Thanks so much for watching. Tonight and always, we're here for you. Good night.
This program lineup is brought to you by Vision Express.
NBC's Wednesday primetime lineup comes into focus with Vision Express. Fast, fashionable, focused.
KUAM TV8, first on Guam. KUAM TV8, home of the Milan Cortina Olympics. Coverage begins February 6th, 2026. KUAM News headlines are presented by Calvo's Insurance, protecting Micronesia for 85 years. Matson and the Adai Itano program. Apply at matson.com and McDonald's of Guam. I'm loving it.
Ahead on KUAM News Primetime. Is Tiyan High School on the chopping block? The Titans demanding answers Tuesday night, rallying to protect their campus. We have more from Tuesday's Guam Education Board meeting tonight. Families battling cancer say they deserve more than broken promises, with lawmakers taking up a new bill that could finally guarantee millions of dollars for the Guam Cancer Trust Fund. I'm Nevaeh Anderson with the details next.
The island's football community gathered today to say thank you and adios to a local icon. Half a day, I'm Jason Salas, and I'll show you how we remembered Coach Lauren Cruz.
Half a day and good evening. Welcome to KUAM News Primetime. I'm Jessany Cruz-Langus. Thanks for ending your day with us. The Tiyan High School community packed Tuesday night's Guam Education Board meeting, demanding answers and a voice in the decision-making, amid rumors of a campus closure that board members later denied. Here's more. A strong show of solidarity filled Tuesday night's Guam Education Board meeting as the Tiyan High School community made their voices impossible to ignore. Facing rumors of a possible campus closure, the Titans demanding answers, transparency, and a seat at the table.
I want to say at this point that there has been no decision, not even Tiyan.
It doesn't matter if you guys haven't said verbatim that you're closing down Tiyan. We can read between the lines.
Board members reassuring the crowd, insisting there are no concrete plans to close Tiyan to end double sessions. But GEB Chair Angel Sablan acknowledging that all options must be discussed openly and welcomed community input to guide a committee's recommendation. Still, students pushed back.
You stated that there was no decision being made to close down Tiyan High School. Yet, in the past board meetings, it was definitely implied that a closure was an option, which shouldn't be discussed, period. Regardless, we have the right to speak about the situation. Ms. Gutierrez, you mentioned this isn't a discussion, including Tiyan, since only Simon Sanchez and JFK are affected. But the proposed solution to end double sessioning at JFK involved the idea of closing Tiyan High, which is why this meeting concerns the entirety. What's the point of attempting to find a solution for one school when it's at the expense of another?
The board offering a future special session for Tiyan, John F. Kennedy, Simon Sanchez, FB Leon Guerrero Middle School, and Ukadu High communities to speak without time limits, but the crowd insisting on continuing that night. Tiyan educators reminding the board of the school's unique role as Guam's only nationally certified model career academy school.
We offer 3 career academies to over 700 students through 12 different pathways, 8 through GCC and 4 under GDOE, with a range of unique work-based learning opportunities. For 4 years, we have fully aligned college and career readiness performance standards in leadership, problem solving, and time management. These courses are not just classes. These are futures being built. To be clear, we are not asking for another school to close in our place. Dismantling one engine to fuel another is not the answer.
That sentiment echoed by students from other campuses, including one from JFK, who also serves as the vice speaker of Guam's Youth Congress. He says he's shared his campus with Simon Sanchez students since his freshman year.
We are not trying to kick out Simon Sanchez High School. We love to have them share our school with them. And I want to also make clear that the 35th Guam Youth Congress is proud to represent the youth of Guam and their voice. And I want Tiyan High School to know that we are standing with you guys, and we are going to stand with you guys through every fight.
Meanwhile, 3 board members pledging they would not vote to close Tiyan if that option were ever on the table. Chairman Sablan noting it takes 5 votes to make a decision.
I think you can sleep good and rest easy, because I can count myself, I can count Dr. Guthers, I can count Dr. Magnus, and I think I can count Miss Reddy, who was a teacher at your school. I'm not going to put Ms. G on the spot or Dr. Okada on the spot, but I think that when I say you can rest easy, sleep easy, is that I think Tiyan, come FY 26, will still be Tiyan High School. Whatever happens beyond that, there'll be different board members, we don't know. But I think as far as this board is concerned, with due respect to all of you that are fighting for Tiyan High School and have the passion for Tiyan High School, I think a majority of the board members have the passion for Tiyan High School as well.
Sablan summing the message up simply: do not close Tiyan High School, adding, quote, "I don't think we're going to go against that."
And as KUAM previously reported, 7 applicants are in the running to become the next superintendent of the Guam Department of Education. At Tuesday's Guam Education Board meeting, officials announced that once the screening process is completed on September 29 at 1 p.m., the names of the applicants will be made public. Board Chair Angel Sablan says a press conference is scheduled for Monday, October 13 at noon to formally present the qualified contenders for GDOE's top post. Sablan added that if the process goes as planned, a selection could be made by October 21st. If not, the board will continue deliberations until a decision is reached. The chair noting no current board member has applied for the job. In other news, the H-1B visa is one of the most widely used work permits for highly skilled professionals. It's typically valid for 3 years, renewable for another 3, and each year the government issues 65,000 new visas, plus additional 20,000 for workers with advanced U.S. degrees, and demand is so high that the program relies on a lottery system. But now big changes are underway. President Donald Trump has signed an executive action imposing a $100,000 fee on new H-1B applications filed from outside the United States. To be clear, that requirement does not apply to current visa holders or renewals. Officials say the measure is designed to curb overuse of the program and push companies to, quote, train Americans first. But critics warn it could make it harder for industries like tech and healthcare to attract the global talent they rely on, raising questions about U.S. competitiveness. This is a seismic shift in the H-1B landscape, and its full impact is only beginning to be understood. Later this week, Nevaeh Anderson will have more on what this could mean for Guam's workforce and economy on Primetime. Well, for families battling cancer, funding for treatment and support can mean the difference between hope and despair. Lawmakers are weighing Bill number 1-38, a measure to secure the future of the Guam Cancer Trust Fund. Nevaeh Anderson reports.
Senator Tello Taitagui says cancer does not discriminate, and that's why the law can't afford to either.
It could be you. It could be your loved one. And in fact, there have been more people today who have never smoked or worked in a hazardous environmental situation that has now been diagnosed with lung cancer. Cancer touches every village, every faith, every family. Again, it does not discriminate. While we cannot stop this disease, We can choose how we respond.
Bill number 1 would amend Guam's Healthy Futures Fund statute, guaranteeing 15% of sin taxes on alcohol and tobacco, or at least $4 million annually, flows directly into the Guam Cancer Trust Fund. But Taidagui says that promise hasn't been kept.
In the last 6 years, we have shortchanged the Guam Cancer Trust Fund by over $19 million. How many people could we have saved if we just maintained what the current law required us to do? This funding is not an appropriation from the general fund, but a fund that comes from taxes on tobacco and alcohol, also known as sin taxes.
She says consistent funding means more than numbers on a page. It means lives saved. A recent budget amendment temporarily secured 1 year of funding, but Taidagui says that's not enough.
What Bill 1-38 does, it guarantees the Guam Trust Fund $4 million or more, depending on the percentage of the Healthy Futures Fund.
Former Senator Luis Borja Muñoz testified, saying her advocacy was shaped by her mother's cancer battle and her work on the My Story program that gave voice to cancer fighters and survivors.
From those stories, I saw clearly the enormous disparity that still exists in prevention, screening, and treatment here on Guam.
But she reminded lawmakers that advocacy alone is not enough.
But passion alone is not enough. We need consistent funding, resources, and legislative support to turn advocacy into action. When I served in the 34th and 35th legislatures, I fought every session to protect the Guam Cancer Trust Fund. I saw firsthand how time and time again cancer was overlooked in favor of other priorities.
Community nonprofits also weighed in. Guam Cancer Care has been a partner since the trust fund began, helping over 4,400 residents and securing nearly $34 million in outside resources for patients. Executive Director Terry Kuabo says despite the law, the fund has never received its full share.
Since the beginning, the Cancer Trust Fund has never gotten their fair share. Only last year, in Budget Law 37-125, projected revenues in their Healthy Futures Fund was $23 million. 15% of that should have been $3.5. But what did the initial Budget Act do? Only appropriated $1 million.
Lawmakers pressed for accountability, citing Office of Public Accountability audits that questioned nonprofit spending and documentation. Senator Sabina Perez asked how dollars could be stretched to further serve more people, while Senator Sabrina Salas-Matanani raised concerns about delayed allotments that threaten nonprofit organizations.
It was not intended to put UOG on notice, but we announced in the media that we're going to cease services due to the release of funds.
Senator Chris Barnett criticized past budget battles that left cancer patients lobbying and protesting just to receive the funding already promised by law. Still, Taidagui says what's at stake isn't just a number, but dignity, care, and hope.
These nonprofit organizations had real impact on our families here. And because of the Guam Cancer Trust Fund, thousands of residents have received life-saving screenings and financial assistance and supportive care.
Nevaeh Anderson, KUAM News.
In other news, a Guam police officer involved in a drunken bar fight last month in Hagåtña. According to GPD 34-year-old Francisco Raza Jr., an off-duty police officer and 30-year-old Ken Cruz Jr. were both arrested on September 15th. Each were charged with assault under mutual combat, public drunkenness, and disorderly conduct. The arrest stemmed from an August 16th incident around 2 in the morning when Central Precinct officers responded to a report of an aggravated assault at a Hagåtña bar. Investigators say an argument between the two men escalated, with Raza striking Fernandez. Both declined to file complaints at the time. GPD spokesperson Norman Analista confirmed that Raza remains a police officer. Following the incident, an internal affairs investigation was launched. Raza was placed on administrative leave but has since returned to duty. Both men were booked and released, and the case has been forwarded to the Attorney General's office for review and disposition. The all hazards alert warning system siren at Fort Soledad in Humatak startled residents Wednesday morning when it went off with a test announcement. But government officials were quick to clarify there was no emergency and no scheduled testing at the time. This isn't the first time the siren has misfired. Records from Homeland Security and Civil Defense show similar accidental activations earlier this year in July, May, and April, with incidents going back as far as 2023. In a statement today, GHS OCD said assessments are underway to identify and fix any issues with the Humatak siren. Officials remind the public that planned tests of the HAWS sirens are conducted on the first Tuesday of every month unless it falls on a holiday. Time for a quick break. You're watching KUAM.
NBC's Wednesday primetime lineup comes into focus with Vision Express. Fast, fashionable, focused.
KUAM TV8, first on Guam.
Honey, do you want some milk?
Do you ever wonder how your favorite products make their way into your local stores? Most arrive on state-of-the-art Matson vessels that transport containers of food, household items, equipment, and supplies into the islands every week. Because we know that you depend on us, we work closely with our partners to ensure that our shipments arrive on time, all the time, so you can find your favorite products when you need them. We transport the region's most precious cargo that supports successful businesses and promotes a better quality of life for our families. Matson is proud to have been the hometown shipping carrier for Guam, the CNMI, and Micronesia for the past 25 years, and you can count on us to be here for generations to come.
Get ready, Guam! Kmart's turning the big 3-0, and this anniversary celebration is bigger than ever. Deals, oh, the parties everywhere at Kmart. From pantry staples to daily essentials, save big with new low prices. And with surprises popping up throughout the store, there's always something to make you say, oh! Kmart Guam, celebrating 30 years with savings, surprises, and fun for everyone. Oh, it's on, Guam.
Anything's possible.
College is possible. Retirement is possible. Adventure is possible. And so is saving for it all with our Bank Ohana Savings Special. Earn an interest rate of 3.25% for the first 90 days when you deposit $25,000 from another bank into a Bank Ohana Bonus Rate Savings Plus account. Requires a Bank Ohana checking account with an opening deposit of $500. So make your savings goals possible.
Anything's possible.
Reach your possible with Bank of Hawaii.
Welcome back to Primetime. Billions of dollars in military construction have turned Guam into a dig site for history. But the government office that decides what happens to every artifact in an ancestral remain discovered is now bracing for a big budget cut. Jonah Gacharfaras has more.
At Monday's oversight hearing, lawmakers got sobering news. The Guam State Historic Preservation Office, charged with preserving the island's past, will lose about a third of its funding in the coming fiscal year. Patrick Lujan is a State Historic Preservation Officer.
Currently, we get $884,000 from local appropriation, which is about 64% of our budget. And from the National Historic Preservation Act, we get, this is probably the highest we've had at $484. This was as of last fiscal year. Coming up, however, with the new, or with the Trump administration, they pretty much zeroed us out. And that's across the nation for all the historic preservation offices. However, I know from a national standpoint, they're trying feverishly to keep that going. And so there's potential of having that brought forth again.
This year, SHPO received nearly $500,000 from the National Historic Preservation Act, its largest federal allotment ever. But those dollars are gone under what Lujan called the Big Bad Bill, forcing the office to dip into past SLAP funds just to cover salaries. Beyond money, an audit revealed other issues. SHPO staff overstepping their authority, including one official who required a developer to build a restroom and parking lot as part of the permit. Lujan told senators it was a one-off mistake tied to a former employee.
And the concerns regarding rules and regulations and the laws. The first recommendation about operations not in line with an enabling statute, we absolutely agree with this recommendation. There's many conflicting laws within our local statutes, where it's placed, the recommendation of removing the office out of DPR. I continue to foot stomp on that. And I think across the board, there's support and agreement to it from the different directors, the governor, and so forth. And I think that's a low-hanging fruit that we can really avoid any type of risk on other items, such as the permitting process. The need for comprehensive mapping and survey, it's really an unfunded mandate. We just can't possibly pull that off with the manpower that we have. You know, we're just kind of getting into the groove of stabilizing the operations of the office, as opposed to a couple of years ago when we were really bleeding for help.
Still, with just a handful of staff, the office processes around 900 compliance applications each year, overseeing everything from ancestral burials to artifact discoveries. For now, SHPO survives on past funding, but unless Washington restores federal support, Guam's historic watchdog could face an uncertain future. Jonagan Charfris, KUAM News.
September is ASL and Deaf Awareness Month, a time to recognize the language, culture, and contributions of the deaf community. And here in Guam, students of the Guam Deaf Academy are preparing to make history of their own. Next month, they'll travel to Tokyo to take part in the 2025 Deaf Olympics, many flying for the very first time. It's a journey about more than travel. It's about representation, connection, and being seen on a global stage.
This September, the spotlight is on the deaf community. It's ASL and Deaf Awareness Month, a time to celebrate the power of language and the importance of inclusion. And right here in Hoggett, students of the Guam Deaf Academy at Career Tech are writing their own story. Next month, they'll travel to Tokyo to take part in the 2025 Deaf Olympics, an international gathering where deaf students and communities from across the globe come together in language, culture, sports, and connection. And making that happen is a student's part of the Deaf Club.
Hello, my name is Yurako.
The president.
My name is Emmeline. My sign name is Emma, E on the face.
The treasurer.
Hello, my name is Caleb. It's C on the side of the face.
The vice president.
Hello, my name is EJ. This is my sign name, ENJ.
The business manager.
My name is JD. My sign name is just J and a D.
And the secretary. This isn't about competition. It's about exposure, culture, and pride. Our students will see that they're a part of the worldwide community.
We are here trying to fundraise to go to a Deaf Olympic in Japan. So for the past 2-3 years, we have been fundraising money so that we can open our minds and meet other deaf people.
For many of these students, this will be a first. Their first time boarding a plane, first time leaving the island, and first time meeting peers who share their language, American Sign Language, and their experiences. Myra Mendiola.
I am the deaf teacher here. I'm from Guam, born and raised, and I'm the teacher here at Career Tech for the past 3 years.
The Deaf Olympics is something they have been fundraising for quite some time, but well worth it.
It's about 5,000 deaf people from 30 different different countries will be there, all deaf athletes, and it's held in Japan, in Tokyo. So most of the time it's in Europe. This is the first time it's happening in Asia.
But the journey comes with a price tag. Airfare, lodging, and meals all add up. And that's why the Academy has turned to the community and school for support.
To go to someplace different and opens their mind. The culture is different, the languages are different, the food will be different. So we just want to expose them.
Every fundraiser, every donation brings them one step closer to Tokyo. Supporters say it's more than a trip. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to broaden horizons and inspire confidence. It's life-changing. They'll see they belong to something bigger, that being deaf is not a limitation. It's a connection. From Hogget to Tokyo, the road is filled with determination and hope. And as ASL and Deaf Awareness Month reminds us, inclusion is about more than awareness. It's about action.
If you have deaf children or anyone that's deaf in the community or maybe you're interested in learning science, just stop by, come by. I mean, the deaf program is here at Career Tech, but it's not only for the deaf. It's for your families too, everyone to learn science.
For these students, the Deaf Olympics is the world saying, we see you, we celebrate you, and your voice matters.
We want to thank everyone who has been helping and has remembered us.
Jonagan Charfes, KUAM News.
Half a day, everybody. I'm Jason Salas, and I'm joined by some friends of mine who have a very, very wonderful community event that I want all of you to get involved with because we've been telling you about the 21st Annual LifeWorks Guam Candlelight Memorial Service. It's going to be at St. Anthony's in Tamuning. I have here Marie Halloran, of course, with LifeWorks Guam, and then we have Haley and Maya. Half a day, ladies. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so Marie, let's talk about 21 years of doing this for the community. Of course, September is Suicide Awareness Month. What do we have planned for this year? I know His Excellency, the Archbishop, is going to start off with Mass, right?
Yes. Yeah, okay, so 21 years has been a long time, but because suicide incidents is still a big problem on Guam, so we continue to advocate this candlelight memorial service for loved ones that have died from suicide. And what we have is on the 27th, we have two parts in the program. The first part is we have a General Assembly and then the candlelight memorial service in remembrance of those that have their loved ones that have died from suicide. And September 27th, Saturday, we're at St. Anthony Catholic School Gym. And time, if you have not registered yet that day, it is between 7:30 and 8 o'clock. We want to kind of start on time. So please come 7:30 if you have not registered. And registration is free. There's no fee to it. And then 8 o'clock, we start on time. We do have the program, and we have several things that's happening. St. Anthony Choir will be singing, and then we also have testimonies from survivors of suicide. Mm-hmm. And then we have readings that will be for the survivors to make them comfortable and to make them, we are there to embrace them. And we also encourage the participants to bring a photo of the person, their loved ones. If they don't have a photo, it's going to be like a keepsake or a memento of the loved ones.
And it is so important that we get our youth involved in this because it's so critical that they understand. So let's talk to our students now. So Maya, how much work have you and your classmates, like you and Haley, been doing to put this event together, and what have you been telling your peers?
So we think that it's really important that young people our age are getting involved in this, and that we know how important it is to prevent things like this from happening. Mm-hmm. So when we had our suicide intervention session with Ms. Halloran, it was very interesting to have, and she also made it interactive for us so that we can fully understand how all this works and
Is,
how we can play our part.
is the big part of that like communication, finding somebody to talk to, hopefully finding, you know, people of like mind? Because I know the one thing that a lot of people who contemplate suicide is they feel very, very much alone. And they said, but you know, there are people out there that are trained to help you, that really, really genuinely care, and you know, like they're standing by to help you if you need them.
So what they did was actually there was a role playing that they did.
Okay.
And they one part of the role playing is the person that is at risk, and then the other part is the person that's helping out.
Okay. Haley, how has it been organizing this event and making sure that like you call everybody, because this is a very, very big thing, and again, this has been going on for 21 years. So how challenging has been this to put together?
I think it's a really challenging thing to do because, you know, suicide is one of the most common causes of deaths around the world, especially in teens. And by putting all these events together, we can help prevent it and reduce the risk of more lives being taken away because of suicide.
What do you guys have these conversations with Ms. Halloran's help is, you know, like within your classes, within your school, even reaching out to like other schools about like, you know, why it's important to reach out for help, and like if you're going through something to really speak up, because the world's a crazy place right now and you can't keep it inside, right?
Well, because I have I know some people that are thinking of these stuff, like trying to commit to suicide, and their mind is just full of it. And I try to find ways to help them get through it, to help them rethink their decision. And yeah, I think that really helped them change their mind, and now they're happy.
Well, you're doing an amazing job. And Maya, if I will, St. Anthony's is a beautiful place. You guys have an amazing venue. It's going to be absolutely very emotional, for sure, like with the candles, you know, in the morning at St. Anthony's. So what time are you guys going to be there and preparing? And, you know, the Archbishop's going to be there too.
I think we're going to get there around the time that it's probably going to start, right, Haley? Yeah.
What have you learned about this experience and, you know, working with LifeWorks about how important it is that, you know, that if we are hurting, if we're feeling something and everything like that, to reach out?
I honestly think that communication is very important for this. Like, if you are having all of these feelings about depression and anxiety and hopelessness, it's important to reach out to others so they can help you, and it's not just a burden that you carry on your own, because people are always here to help you and support you. You're not alone, even if it may feel like that, you're not alone. Exactly.
And I know, like I was saying, the world's a crazy place right now, and a lot of people think, if I'm going through something, nobody else in the world has ever dealt with this, and this is, you know, this is my problem. But I mean, there's a lot of people who say, you know, like, you are not alone. You said it perfectly right there. Okay, Marie, so why is it so important that we, the members of the community, come out and participate in this as an island family?
Well, I think that as a community, we all can save lives. Each one of us, like I told the kids, each one of us has a responsibility to reach out and see if somebody is feeling alone, helpless, and lonely, and you can see their behavior and attitude has changed. You can kindly walk by and say, you know, how are you doing? I'm here to help you. Also, I think that one of the things that is most humbling this year is the Archbishop. He himself feels that there is indeed a big problem, and that he wants to help us go through it by saying the Holy Mass and blessing all the people, because we're going to have an altar for those that have died, and he will bless them and bless us all for this very serious and profound situation, that Absolutely. We can all be together and praise God that we can do this.
Yes. Well, you know, ladies, as they say, there's a very popular phrase that says love conquers all. And we know we're going to remember the people that we've lost, unfortunately, and we're going to make sure that we help the people that are going through something. So let's all look at the camera and say, love conquers all. Let's all give them one of these. Love conquers all.
More prime time when we return.
It's happened. The gold mine of McDonald's chicken has been struck. added to your snack wrap and McCrispy and made for dipping. It's special edition gold sauce. It's happened. The gold mine of McDonald's chicken has been struck. Added to your snack wrap and McCrispy and made for dipping. It's special edition gold sauce.
GU Self Storage, located in Harmon next to McDonald's, offers a variety of storage units. With rates starting as low as $95 per month, we offer complimentary use of dollies, push carts, Klein's hand trucks, and pallet jack, with a fully covered loading and unloading areas and ADA accessible units. We offer 24-hour CCTV surveillance monitoring, alarm, and individual pin-coded gate and door access, because your safety is our priority. GU Self Storage, voted Pika's Best in 2024. Call 671-648-7867 today.
Go left. Better? Go right. How about now? Still nothing. Uh-oh.
Tired of unreliable satellite internet? Switch to GTA Air Fiber. Faster and more affordable than Starlink. Get blazing speeds up to 500 Mbps for just $70 a month with no equipment to buy, free professional installation, and Plume Home Pass Wi-Fi included. Built for Guam, backed by award-winning local support. GTA Air Fiber. Ditch the dish and make the switch.
Sometimes parenting can be hard. What should I be doing? The Guam Early Learning Council includes partners who can provide you with early childhood services and supports. We are here to assist. For resources and information, simply call 311 Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., excluding holidays. Early connection can change everything.
Welcome back to Primetime. At the White House, President Trump said pregnant women should not take acetaminophen, the active ingredient in Tylenol, saying there is a link to autism in children. But doctors say studies going back decades show the medicine is safe during pregnancy, and the overwhelming majority of doctors and experts have stated there is no link between Tylenol and other acetaminophen products causing autism while pregnant.
Taking Tylenol is not good. All right, I'll say it. It's not good.
In a rambling statement, long on opinion, but with little new science, President Donald Trump said the FDA would tell doctors that the use of acetaminophen or Tylenol in pregnancy can increase the risk of autism.
If you're pregnant, don't take Tylenol.
FDA Commissioner Dr. Marty McCary pointing to several studies, including one from Mount Sinai, that says prenatal exposure may increase the risk of neurodevelopmental disorders, including autism, but that further research is needed to confirm these associations and determine causality and mechanisms. Tylenol's maker strongly disagreeing with the White House, saying in a statement that a decade of rigorous research confirms there is no credible evidence linking acetaminophen to autism. And the medical community is not changing its guidance. Tonight, the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists still says it is safe to take acetaminophen during pregnancy.
We've been studying that medication for over 20 years. There have been numerous well-designed trials that have come out that have showed safety and efficacy.
The federal government says it's spending $50 million to look for the cause of autism. Despite decades of research showing no connection between vaccines and autism, today Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. brought it up again.
One area that we are closely examining, as the president mentioned, is vaccines.
Cami Shaw is a nurse.
Show me the science. Show me the good studies. Show me repeat studies.
Her middle child, Jeffrey, has autism.
So adding more uncertainty, especially with something that I can't change, just makes things more confusing and more frustrating and doesn't actually help our kids or the families.
For young families, having elected officials say acetaminophen is linked to autism can be overwhelming.
As a father, it weighs pretty heavily because you always wonder,
with all of this extra noise, was there something that my wife and I did prenatal that may have caused this diagnosis?
Aaron Kirby is the president of Autism Society of the Heartland and a father of 2 kids with autism.
They're just like every other kid. They want to play, they want to be loved, and they want to live.
President Trump said pregnant women should not take acetaminophen, the only accepted drug they can take for fevers and pain relief.
That you feel you can't tough it out, you can't do it. I guess there's that.
Monday's announcement comes after a study from Mount Sinai claims there's an increased rate of autism in acetaminophen users. The study doesn't reference any new testing, but compiles previous publications' findings. It suggests women limit their use of the drug, while more research confirms the cause of autism.
We found a slight statistical increase in risk of autism and ADHD, but association is not causation.
President Trump said pregnant women should not take Tylenol at all, but offered no other alternatives for pain or fever relief.
A fever is, without a doubt, unsafe to have in pregnancy.
Dr. Mark Parrish referenced a 2024 study from JAMA, which claims there's no link between Tylenol and neurodivergent disorders.
We still believe that based on the best available evidence that this is the safest anti-pain medication that you can take during pregnancy.
Both experts agree consulting with your doctor on taking acetaminophen is the best course of action.
Based on the multitude of studies that have been performed, there's without a doubt no causal link between Tylenol and autism.
And all over Midtown Manhattan, more security and a lot more traffic. Today is the first day of the UN General Assembly with world leaders in New York City for the high-stakes summit.
The spotlight is now on the United Nations and security is tight. With the annual high-level gathering underway in Manhattan, this week leaders from 150 of the 193 member nations will be in New York. President Trump among the dignitaries making a speech before the General Assembly, his coming on Tuesday at a time when the world is at a crossroads. Leaders here to discuss war, the impact of artificial intelligence, hunger, while searching for ways to bridge gaps.
The Secretary General will address world leaders. His speech will be a stark wake-up call to the world, framed around the need to make clear decisions in this decisive time.
This year marks the 80th anniversary of the UN, and it ushers in expected and unforgiving gridlock.
Horrible. Like, I live on the Upper East Side. I've walked about 17,000 steps so far today. It's the only way to get around today.
With First Avenue restricted, Second Avenue and beyond are virtual parking lots. Streets are dotted with barricades and cones, and it's expected to be this way until the end of the week.
It's definitely the week that you hope and wish that you're working from home. It's a hassle, it's a pain in the but we, as New Yorkers, we deal with it like we deal with everything else.
On Monday, inside the UN, France and Saudi Arabia co-chaired a meeting to discuss implementing a two-state solution in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. The talk gaining more attention after the Trump Palestinian president, who now plans to speak to the other leaders by video. More than 145 countries recognize Palestine as a state. The United States and Israel do not. Benjamin Netanyahu is expected to deliver a speech on Friday. Many of the talks this week will also focus on Russia and Ukraine. Vladimir Putin is not expected to be here in person, but the Ukrainian President Zelensky is. With so much at stake, the media and the world are watching. Exactly why, the Secretary General will ask.
What kind of world do we want to choose to build?
More prime time in just a moment.
Calvo Select Care's comprehensive medical provider network offers our members choice and access to quality facilities locally in Asia, Hawaii, and the continental United States. We provide our members several wellness programs and healthy options to improve their overall health status. The FY 2026 Gov Guam self-funded open enrollment starts September 16th and ends September 27th. Gov Guam employees and retirees enroll now.
Win one championship, you're celebrated. Win twice, they call you a hero. 3 times, they say words like legend and dynasty. 4, 5, 6 titles, they'll say enough is enough. But when you've won it all 7 times, what's left to say? The trophy speaks for itself. Introducing the full lineup of Ram trucks. Ram, 7-time winner of Motor Trend's Truck of the Year.
Chee-hoo! The UOG Endowment Foundation and Guam Comedy present the return of the comedy sensation, Tamua, with his hit Chee-hoo Tour. Saturday, November 1st at the UOG Calvo Fieldhouse. Tickets are going fast at guamtime.net, so don't wait. Get ready to laugh, celebrate, and shout, Chee-hoo!
By design, football isn't a game won by just a single person. It takes a team effort. As such, the island's football community came together to pay respects and show condolences at the memorial service for Coach Loring Cruz. The longtime field general made the gridiron his home for over 4 decades, first as a lockdown defensive back for his beloved Geckos, and then patrolling the sidelines, leading teams.
There was no malls back in our time, and no cell phones. So football was the game in town, football and baseball. So all of us played. We were all very competitive.
Well, he was a true student of the sport. He really emphasized the necessity to learn the game, and not just learn it, but learn your opponent. Scouting. I got a lot from him, not just from the football aspect, but just how to read the defenses, the offenses, and everything like that. But oh man, he was a great football mind. He will definitely be missed.
He was remembered fondly by those who went to battle with him, with multiple generations sharing tales of ageless glory and endless laughs.
Oh man, my first memory of Loring is playing with him in 1978, my first year playing for University of Guam. And I'm here to tell you, Ivan has said it, those were the most prideful years of Guam football, was the University of Guam playing against the military teams. And the whole island came out for every game. And it was just the biggest thing happening on this island. And Loring was I played safety in 79. Loring was the cornerback on my side. I played safety behind him. So I had to make few tackles because Loring was in front of me. So I enjoyed that. Loring was a great teammate, great player, a great coach.
Many of those who came stand as legends of the local gridiron, coming from different walks of life, but all bound by football.
And I got to play with all these greats here. Kenny Lujan, Rodney Camacho, Cowboy, Ivan, Angel. And it was the last year that we played the military. And we beat them in the championship, 22-0. So it was at Teason Field.
Often the first man to the field on game day and among the last to leave, Coach Cruz's fiery expectations of his players and himself brought out the best from everyone.
Well, the X's and O's, everything from the beginning, there's no shortcuts, it's all basic. Everything that he learned from college, from other coaches, he brought up, and he instilled that in us. I mean, every day at practice we went over the same things, but until we got it, and that's when everything stuck.
As head coach, he oversaw all aspects of strategy, but his calling card, his passion, and his love was defense.
I noticed that Loring always does his homework. He always has his notepad with him. So he's always scouting, which is, a good thing. He's a smart coach, right? He don't just go on watch. He's taking notes down. So, we always had a hard time with that guy.
And after season upon disappointing season of coming up short in the Miller Football League with the Pepsi Giants, in the early 2010s, Coach finally won it all.
I think he knew it was going to happen eventually. It was just, just going back and not giving up, and that fighting spirit he always had, and winning the first one. And right when we won that first one, we knew that we couldn't be stopped. So I know we won, I think it was 2 more after that, and went on a little bit of a streak there. But yeah, that first championship was really special.
But it wasn't just the GW Geckos or Pepsi Warriors or UOG Tritons or anyone Coach Cruz coached or played with. Those who took the field opposing him also came to show their gratitude and happily reflect on his impact.
We all grew up in our different sections, and it was just a passion for us, you know. It was, and as we connected later on, instead of competing against each other, we ended up being teammates in the adult league. And
he taught 30 plus years, and you know, he was a real true public servant when just not on the field but off the field too. He guided so many young people, and you can look back at it now, how many people that were impacted from him and are going on to doing great things, and because of the lessons, you know, he taught throughout the years, and not just on the field but off the field as well.
Now for a look at your world at home. Here's a view of Talofofo Bay.
NBC's Wednesday primetime lineup comes into focus with Vision Express. Fast, fashionable, focused.
KUAM TV8, first on Guam.
The new Crafted Flats from Pizza Hut. 5 handcrafted recipes with more toppings, all for you. There's no reason not to get one or try all 5. New Crafted Flats are just $5 each till 5 p.m. and available till close. Only from Pizza Hut.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Wesley kicks out. Simon, big three. Oh, Checks out Simon, big three. Oh, baby!
I thought you worked in his house.
Oh, I'm wherever he needs to fuel up. Oh, Cantina chicken burrito.
Thanks, Todd.
That's the way to do it.
You know what? Let me actually get something to wash that down with, please.
Yeah, I got you.
Easy. Appreciate it.
You've made a powerful enemy, Todd.
I didn't mean.
Now it pays to spread the Better Together experience. With our brand new referral program, you can earn up to $150 in account credits for every referral you bring in. That's right, family, neighbors, friends, even your coworkers. Just pass them your account name and account number. When they sign up for Docomo Pacific service and drop your info, cha-ching! Credit applied. So spread the word and start stacking those savings. Additional conditions may apply. Docomo Pacific, we're better together.
Welcome back to Primetime. 10 acts will vie for the $1 million prize in the season finale of America's Got Talent. Jennifer Bjorklund is live from the red carpet in Hollywood with a preview of tonight's start to the season finale of America's Got Talent.
The talent search has been going on since the spring.
You know, you pray when you start every season that it's going to be a great final, right? And I really do believe that we have the makings of that now.
10 acts have been rehearsing for their final performances tonight.
For us, it's like rehearsing for a Super Bowl halftime show.
They have roughly 2.5 minutes.
You know, we doing another original, maybe originals. I don't know, we're gonna see.
To make a final impression on viewers.
Hopefully people will enjoy and not die with a heart attack.
Not going into labor on stage also would be welcomed.
She was like moving around when I was singing my song. Like I just feel like kicking, and the kicks are kind of hard.
The real kick for some kids from Chicago would be if Terry Cruz calls their name tomorrow night.
I think we've all kind of envisioned and manifesting it within our own minds, him calling our names. Sorry, guys.
But given the finale's array of talent,
Oh my God, Mama Duke, we never seen this side.
most anyone would be hard-pressed
It's not an orange, it's a tiny tangerine.
to predict a winner.
I don't know what's going to happen. I can't call it. I just can't.
But the fans watching can.
America's going to have to vote their butts off.
And that chance is almost here. Jennifer Bjorklund, NBC News, Hollywood.
Still to come, birthday shoutouts.
Win one championship, you're celebrated. Win twice, they call you a hero. 3 times, they say words like legend and dynasty. 4, 5, 6 titles, they'll say enough is enough. But when you've won it all 7 times, what's left to say? The trophy speaks for itself. Introducing the full lineup of Ram trucks. Ram, 7-time winner of Motor Trend's Truck of the Year.
News Bites is brought to you by Docomo Pacific Better Together, Fresco Clothing, original custom design apparel of Guam and the Marianas, and the Guam Army National Guard. Live here, serve here.
Buenas and Hafa Guam. I'm Jonigan Charfris, and these are your News Bites. Catholic Social Service will be hosting their Legacy of Hope Brunch Gala on October 19th at the Hotel Nico Guam. The brunch will be held at the Tossie Ballroom from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. and is $75 for adults and $40 for kids ages 4 to 11. All proceeds go to the Alley Shelter